Welcome back to Crochet ADHD. I'm your host, Jackie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you are a repeat offender, a member of the GlamFam, I'm just going to say this. It is cold. Is it cold where you are? Because Louisiana has finally gotten the definition of cold and it's bringing it hard. I think it's like 46 degrees and sure, cold. Today's episode is a Chit-Chat Cafe. We chit, we chat, we crochet. I know it's been a little while and I have missed it, so here we are. What I'm wearing today is another short sleeve version of a cardigan. This is the Saoirse cardigan by Hey Carrie. Yeah, I think that's either her YouTube name or her Ravelry name. I'm not sure. But I love the lemon pill stitch. It's easy to memorize and then you just kind of get lost in it. But the reason why it's short sleeved and it's actually cropped also is because I did not have enough yarn, and it was supposed to be for one of my daughters, and then she changed her mind, and so here I am. It's okay. What I'm going to be working on while we chat today is a hacked version of my all-time favorite sweater pattern, which is the Brooklyn Chunky sweater. I broke my yarn diet for the good of myself. I had gotten a sales paper from Ollie's, which is like a discount liquidation kind of store. It's been in our area for a couple of years and I had never ever gone. And the sales paper actually on the front cover said crochet books and yarn. And I'm thinking, okay, if that's not targeted, I don't know what is. So I went and I saw this yarn and I was like, I'd never seen it before, and I was surprised that it was a Michael's yarn, you know, the loops and threads, and I don't know why. Again, this is all liquidation, but I'd never heard of this yarn. It's called Camden Wool Big. Again, never heard of it, and you know, I'm a Michael's person for the most part, and it's this off-white, what is it called? Cream, and I've always wanted a sweater in off-white cream, natural, whatever. 278 yards for a number 5 bulky. It was $1.99. $1.99. So your girl broke her diet. Okay, I had to for $1.99. Anyway, what I'm doing is I've taken my favorite sweater pattern period and I'm hacking it to make it into a cardigan. So what I did was, since it starts at the top with the ribbing and then you're supposed to join to close, I actually just left it open and I'm just working it back and forth. And I believe that I will need a total of 3 skeins based on the amount of yardage I've used from the anniversary cake. That's what I'll be working on while we discuss. And today's discussion is actually all about y'all. The comment section is just amazing. And last week was when I had the video about designing sweaters and, you know, the issue I had with the pattern, the test pattern that I had done. I just want to say, first of all, a humongous shout out to Chris from A Knit Sheet. She's the crochet half of the Knit Sheet duo. She gave some wonderful suggestions in the comment section as far as, you know, what probably went wrong. Well, both she and Lisa chimed in. Then on their video Monday this week, they actually had a humongous portion kind of dedicated to the issue that I had with my sweater. And then also gave even more suggestions and even some book recommendations. Thank you so much, ladies. It was wonderful because, again, I'm seeing our community come together just based on, you know, things that go wrong in my life or in my world. And then, you know, someone else says, hey, I think I can help. And that was just amazing. What I wanted to do was, and I would love to like name the people, the GlamFammers who, you know, specifically gave recommendations, but I didn't want to do that without consent. So I'm going to ask now. So in future videos, if I make reference to, you know, comments or commenters, if it's okay for me to use your name or just like maybe your first name, last initial, that kind of thing, because I do want to say thank you. If there's ever, if you have never, no, let me get my words right. I try to reply to every single comment, whether it's, you know, words or just an emoji or something like that. The only video that I can remember to my knowledge that I have not commented on, and I got to tell y'all, it was so difficult. The only one that I didn't comment on was the one with the giveaway. It was so hard not to respond to everybody's comments on that video. Speaking of that video, the giveaway, the winner never contacted me, and that made me really sad. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with the prize. The comments. So let me look at my notes here, because I want to share with y'all in case, you know, this is information that y'all would find useful, helpful, handy, whatever. I was given a suggestion. There's a cardigan pattern by Dora Does, and it's called Any Yarn Will Do cardigan. And the person who recommended it told me that Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter made mention of the pattern before, and I don't know if she's actually done the pattern. So Debbie, if you're watching, can you let me know if you've actually made a pattern using, or made a cardigan using the Any Yarn Will Do cardigan? Because I'd be kind of interested in seeing that. Okay, also some YouTube channels that were recommended by Katrina Designs and Benjamin Crudwig. I think that's it. Let me see. And this one is called On the Hook by Jean. I think that's also another YouTube channel. And then some of the GlamFammers plus the Knit Sheep, Chris from A Knit Sheep recommended this book, and I was looking at it, and it's funny because all of these books are by the same author, even though they were recommended in two separate ways. So the author's name is Dora Orenstein, and she has a book called Custom Crochet Sweaters, Top Down Crochet Sweaters, Crochet Every Which Way, and she actually has a new book. Now I don't know if it's out and it's being, I don't know how that works again, because when I checked on Amazon, it has the publishing date for February of 2023, but I feel like it was released earlier this year also, but the only copies available are like $50 and up, so I'll just wait until February. But this one is specifically about Tunisian crochet. Now, given all of the wonderful things that people have said about her previous books on crochet design, and, you know, oh, and no, there was another one called, another book, it was called Crochet Fabric or something along those lines. So yeah, so that's like 4 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 books by this one author that is definitely, you know, a crocheter and a designer, and I feel like she is definitely like my teacher, and I'm going to look to her to help me on my path to creating a sweater to fit me. So I'm excited about it, and to know that there's one for Tunisian crochet, even better. So and I know that everybody's name just like leaps out of my head as soon as I'm trying to think of them. Okay, Lynanne from Nina's Knots Crochet, she commented that because we are lacking in the crochet garment design book department. That was long. I don't know how to shorten it, but and then she said especially for Tunisian crochet. So Lynanne, apparently there is a book out there that has our name written all over it. We just have to wait until at least February 2023. What I have done thus far is I did order a copy of the custom crochet sweaters and also the one about crochet fabric. I don't know why I can't think of it right now, but you know, I'll put it across here. And I ordered them from thrift books because that's like my favorite place to buy books from. I love buying used books because I don't have a problem with somebody pre-reading my book. Yeah, I'm not making any sense. Also, but I want to go ahead and throw this out there. There is a podcast called Ready, Set, Knit, and Miss Dora Orenstein appeared in one of her podcast episodes. It's episode number 254. So if you find it and you're interested, give that a listen. Woo! All right, I felt like I just said a whole lot in a short amount of time, but I feel like I feel a sense of renewed vigor. I don't know where these words are coming from, y'all. But just all of the suggestions and the Atta Girls and the support that y'all have given me through your comments, suggestions, and even, you know, replies through, you know, your individual YouTube videos it's just remarkable, and I'm so thankful. And I hope that I'm giving to you what you give to me. Yeah. Okay, that got sappy, but I mean it in like all the best possible ways. Yeah, I'm just loving this. I love it so much. So in talking about all of this thing with designing and, you know, sweaters and this, that, and the other, back in September, stuff I didn't actually get to show you, I purchased 3 crochet stitch books. And at first I thought it was kind of overkill because I'm pretty sure, and you know, I haven't committed any of this to memory, and I'm sure that, you know, there are some patterns that repeat or whatever, but it did, in looking at this, it did lead me to believe in the mantra that every crocheter does in fact need to have at least a one stitch dictionary. So I'm just going to quickly show you what I do have. And I got this, the Crochet Stitch Bible, and it was pre-read, but I like how this one is broken. Well, first of all, I like the fact that it lays flat. The noise of the pages turning is a little irritating. It's a lot irritating. But the information in it is actually quite cool. And it even has a section on, let me get it here. It even has a section on, girl, don't make me lie. Oh. Tunisian crochet. So I thought that was really cool. And this one is a little bit older. This book has been on my thrift books wish list for a long time. And I don't really know why, but I just really felt like I needed it. Again, it was pre-read. Lots of pattern, I mean, lots of stitches, but also patterns. And I like that. And look, here's one. I like that. Last but not least is the Harmony Guide to Crochet Stitches. This one again also has Tunisian crochet in it. And I know that Linan is making I think it's a shrug, and she's doing just different Tunisian crochet stitches. So it's kind of like a sampler shrug. And I thought that was neat because it's always fun to play with stitches. And when it comes to Tunisian crochet, you know, I love the knit stitch. That's like my favorite. The simple stitch, I don't know. I can kind of take or leave it. I don't know. It makes me feel funny. I don't know what that even means. It makes a thinner fabric than knit stitch. Purl stitch, I can kind of take or leave it, but I need it for, what am I talking about? I like the purl stitch. But this has like fan stitch and pebble stitch and basket weave stitch. And this is like simple stitch 2, electric boogaloo. I don't know what that is. And I do like the honeycomb stitch, and that is the one that is, you alternate simple and purl stitches, and what I made my cowl out of, the one that, you know, is like the yummiest thing ever. Let's see, what have I done? I have done very little, but I will say that somebody did comment on the chunky sweater on, you know, the video where I did the recommendations for my favorite crochet patterns from Ravelry. And really, if you have never made a sweater, that pattern is so easy. It's like, I mean, I think the sizing changes come in, because like your initial chain stitch, every size has the same count, and then, you know, you do your ribbing for one row, and then the second row of ribbing is where you start doing your increases, and, you know, it makes the raglan. Now on here, what I did differently also, aside from, you know, not joining it, is the way I'm doing the raglan. I don't even know if you can see it. It's just like a sea of white. Let me see. I'm going to stick my finger through there. So the raglan, no, you're not going to be able to see it. Doggone it. Anyway, I'm doing the raglan different also. I'm making V-stitch. I'm making V-stitches to make the raglan, where the original pattern requires you to do 3 double crochets in one space to make the raglan. And it's just so that it doesn't have that hole in it. And normally I don't like the hole, but I was just trying to do something different. Anyway, so yeah, so it's worked around and around and around, and the length that you do before you split for the sleeves, that's where your sizing comes in. So, you know, if you're more blessed than others, then you can, you know, you can adjust it by just continuing to do rows there. If you are humbly blessed, then, you know, you can, again, you do the adjustments there. And then after you split for the sleeves, you work all the way down. And if you like a cropped type sweater, you can just stop it wherever and then start the ribbing for the bottom, or you can keep it going. The pattern is just so easy, so user friendly. And I mean, y'all, if I got a commission or a cut from recommending her patterns, I would probably have like $5, but you know, I love the pattern so much. And I'm actually doing another one of her patterns. It's a DK weight sweater. It has ruffles on the arms, but I'm not doing the ruffles. Other than that, I'm doing the same thing, and it's in a beautiful color that I can't remember. Nope, can't remember the color. Pretty sure that I'm using Ultra Mellow Spun by Mary Maxim. And also, okay, I want to talk about, let me get back to, oh, look how beautiful my hook is. So I love Furls hooks, even though they can be pricey. What I've done, is I bought one hook in each size. So like I have a different design, and I think there's only 2 hook sizes that I don't have. And I think for the smaller hooks, I might have to get a wood or the heavy whatever, but I don't want one of the heavy. I like the resin ones. I just can't remember what size. I think a G. I don't have a G hook. And they're constantly coming out with new designs. So I'm like, okay, well, this whole theory of getting one in each design was working out great until the number of designs has outnumbered the number of sizes available. Also, I wanted to talk about the upcoming Shalalong. I have put together, or I did put a link to, on the community tab in YouTube, there is a link to the patterns that I have curated. There's a list for free patterns and there's a list for paid for patterns. I put that together, different sizes, different shapes. Somebody did ask me what pattern I'm planning to do for the Shalalong, and I think it's going to be this one. And the reason why is because I believe it uses multiple colorways, and I have so many of the Knit Picks sock yarn that can't be used for sock that name I can never, static. I think it's static. Anyway, so I have all of that yarn that I can't use for socks. So I'm going to, you know, I'm going to put those together, and I think, and it's a Tunisian crochet shawl too. So I think that's the one I'm going to do. Now, it is November. I literally have 2 months. It will, the Shalalong starts in the middle of January, like January 15th. So I probably will change my mind a couple times. But for right now, that's the one I think I'm going to do. So have you chosen yours? Okay. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Okay. Huh. I am really excited about the Shalalong. That's all, people. That's all. Okay. What am I doing? What am I? If you like this video, please like this video. If you want to stick around and join the GlamFam, do so by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to rock that notification bell. Until next time, I've been Jackie.